Alright guys, and welcome to a new playthrough, Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. Now, I haven't really played this game like ever in my life, so this is gonna be a kind of blind playthrough. Only kind of blind because I've seen some gameplay of it. Oh, and the intro's restarting. I've seen some gameplay on it, I've seen some bosses from it, and its reputation precedes it as being a really hard game. So I hope I can manage, to be honest. Anyway, I'm gonna go start a new game on Maniacs Pack because I want Dante from Devil May Cry series. That's the only reason. Normal, I suppose. I mean, I know it's hard, but I don't want to go merciful. That's a bit too much, right? And I feel like hard is just asking for it. This is a work of fiction. Any names or character? Oh, well, basically it's a work of fiction. Don't believe it. Duh.
A world that loses its power will fade into nothing. If such is the fate of this world, then I shall return it to its mother's womb.
Dang, man, we just started.
The world must first die for it to be born again.
We're literally starting off in a reincarnation cycle. Is that how this game's gonna go?
This is the path to salvation, as foretold in an ancient prophecy.
Really now? Probably had something to do with the intro.
The world will fall for its sins, and everyone living will vanish. But I won't let you meet the same fate.
Oh, that's sweet.
I want to help you hold on to your life.
Who even are you? Why do you want to help me?
To do so, I need to know your name.
Oh, you don't know who I am either. I see.
Will you tell me who you are?
Sure, why not, lady? We don't have a default name, huh? Alright. Give me a few minutes. I'm usually bad at these kinds of things. Alright, I know what you're thinking, but I just finished Danganronpa, so please forgive me. But yes, I'm going with Makoto Naegi. Let's just do this. Let's go with Makoto then. No, I'm probably not gonna roleplay as Makoto Naegi throughout Shin Megami Tensei. Besides, there's such different games that wouldn't even make sense. Oops, I forgot the letter. That wouldn't even make sense. What, I'll tell the demons, no, that's wrong. Makono. Oh my gosh, spelling. Spelling, please. Makoto. Okay. So, let's see what this has to do with anything. Or maybe that was literally just my name.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna regret picking Makoto Naegi.
As of now, your will to live shall sustain you. Believe in it and survive.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my will to survive is better than my naming tastes.
I'm glad you understand. The time is near. Everything that is will be rewritten.
Pretty sure if I pick the other one, it'd just be game over, right? That's how these games work, right?
I am the nurturer of the next world. The template for our future rests within my hands. Now, I want you to say my name aloud.
Gaia. Woman's voice. Oh, never mind, you actually have a name. Takao Yuko. Oh well, I have no reason to change that. I'm not going to change it to Junko Enoshima or something.
That's right.
Yuko Takao.
No, I won't shed another tear, not even at this world's end. Instead, I can invite you to the world that is to come. Now go ahead, wake up. The time is here.
Let's go. Okay, so we have the classic dream opener. Very typical for games released during these times.
Yoyogi-Koen, please do not rush onto the train. The door is now closing.
Okay. Yoyogi-Koen Station. You received a message. I'm gonna assume this is a female. You're late, Makoto! What's the big idea? You forget we're visiting Miss Takao today. Just get to Yoyogi Park ASAP. Time's a wasting. It's from your classmate. Please enter your classmate's name. Alright, so I guess I'm not messing with that. Let's not mess with the other names. I think putting Makoto in the game is messing with it enough. Real talk, I'd prefer more of a private counseling scenario. But Mr. Cow is a lot nicer when you're around. Oh right, be sure to dress to impress. After all, you represent me by way of association. Too late, I think. How about that slick jacket you bought the other day? The one with the little demon sprites. Remember, you're just a mood breaker. Don't get it twisted, Kay. Oh, mood maker. Am I gonna wingman you or something? What is up with this? Oh boy, look at this guy. And I don't see any demons on the jacket, so that must not be what I'm wearing. Let me get used to the control first. Oh wow, an actual commuter. Oh, staff. Wait a minute. Let me guess, you're here for Yoyogi Park. Ever since that incident went down, it's been one looky-loo after another. No one's here for the train. Technically, you need the train to get here and make the looky-loo, so you know. As you can probably tell, I've had a lot of time on my hands. You've heard the news, right? No, actually, I just got here. I'm not actually for this Yoyogi Park or whatever. Guess I ought to inform you. There was a deadly riot at Yoyogi Park yesterday. If you want the gory details, go check the giant screen at Shibuya. Oh, we're in Shibuya, okay. I only know... Shibuya is only familiar to me because of The World Ends With You, so I've never actually been there. Long story short, a couple of folks lost their lives in that park. You could hear the sirens wailing all night long. Sounds grim. Anyway, didn't mean to talk your ear off. It's just nice to have some conversation once in a while. Alright, so we just got here. Someone's talking about the reincarnation of the world. And there was a bloody riot. Off to a wonderful start, huh? Will you leave the area? I mean, nothing... Not like there's anything else to do here. Whoa! I'm actually walking in the Overworld. This is so nostalgic. I haven't seen this system in forever. And we can talk to people in the Overworld. Due to the investigation, the entrances to Yoyogi Park have been closed off. We appreciate your cooperation. Alright, bro. So we're not supposed to go to Yoyogi Park, even... I think that's where the friend told us to meet. I've been chased away by this wild dream. Haunted, you might say. In my dream, everywhere you look, everything is round. The world itself is round. I mean... The world is round. Dagnabbit. I know the world is round, I just said so. But it got round in a different way. I'm telling you, my dream is a prophecy. And yet no one believes me. Sure, shady vagrant number 1. I think that's Shibuya up there. I recognize the... Yeah, it says Shibuya up there. But I recognize the crossing design over here. Oh, hey, Makoto! You said you were going to visit Miss Takao today, right? I know she's beautiful, but that doesn't give you the license to creep on her, okay? Okay, can we check the news? The news is showing on the giant video display. Tell me? Okay. A riot broke out yesterday at Yoyogi Park regarding the construction of a communication tower. The demonstration got out of hand and there have been several deaths and injuries reported. Furthermore, Hikawa, the top executive of Cyber's communication, remains missing. Now, for the latest in sports, we move over to Manaka. Manaka? The news continues. Alright, so there was this... I guess they were environmentalists because they didn't want a tower in the middle of the park. Though, to be fair, look at how much space that tower is, you know, taking up. It wouldn't be much of a park after that if that went through, so I understand the protest at least. The Yoyogi Park riot? Oh, you mean what they're showing on TV? I don't know, it hardly seems real. Like, how could this be happening here? Glad it didn't involve me. Well, you know, you never know. There's a live report. Okay, so there are reporters here. While I do feel the demonstrators' actions were out of line, the fact that Cyber's communication would destroy the park for their own gain is not only inconceivable, it's unforgivable. The reporter's impassioned speech continues. Must be an opinion piece then. Where exactly are we going? Can we go up to the bridge? No, we can't walk on the bridge. You overhear a conversation between some high school girls. So, don't tell me, I already know. You think Hikawa's super hot, right? Ew. There's like so many nasty rumors about him. I know! To me, that only adds to it. He's got intrigue, a whole world of lore built around him. Why does that feel like foreshadowing? Also, it's a named character, so there probably is a whole world of lore built around him. What about you? Yeesh, kids these days. One moment we're suffering fatalities, the next everyone's dressed like it's a goddamn carnival. Take that long-haired yuppie wandering around, for instance. Long-haired yuppie? I thought all the entrances were blocked. Why can I enter here? Yoyogi Park. Oh, this is the long-haired yuppie.
The entire park's closed off.
He sounds like a yuppie.
Let a guy in to snap a few photos? Guess it's not my lucky day. Huh? You need something, kid?
No, I was just wondering why you would wear something like that. Kinda cool, but kinda not. It looks like a patchwork of some sort. Let's engage with the world, I guess.
Well, here's what they said on TV. Panic erupts as a clash between corporate representatives and a civic organization ends in violent deaths.
Why are your eyes closed? Must be an anime thing.
Pretty disturbing, right? But those who live on the fringe say...
Open eyes. Pretty disturbing, right? For effect, clearly.
It was a deeper struggle between two cults.
Oh. Well, there was that woman a while ago in my dream that said she would remake the world, so I'm pretty sure it is about two cults.
I think that's your phone going off.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't have to tell me. It's my phone.
Hey, are you there? Finally, I get a hold of you. What's taking you so long?
Please enter your classmate's name. Chiaki Tachibana. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't want to mess with more Danganronpa names. Oh, oops. I deleted the letter. Achibana Chiaki. Huh, interesting. Anyway, yep, there, we fixed it. Let's get out of here. Name's fine. Chiaki's kind of cute, actually, as a name.
I could see if it was our other friend, but you're never late. You wake up on the wrong side of the bed?
Kinda.
Where are you now? Yoyogi Park?
Yeah, didn't the friend tell us to meet here?
Well, since you decided not to show, we had to leave without you. We're almost there now.
So, you left, and then we're almost there. Oh, maybe she's talking about a different destination?
So, yeah. Would you mind coming straight to the hospital?
Alright, then.
You do know which hospital it is, right? Shinjuku Medical Center.
And where the hell is that?
Just go east from Shinjuku Station and keep going. You can't miss it.
Oh, thanks. That's helpful.
I guess this works out. I was planning to ask our teacher for career advice, so I'll just go ahead of you.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. I'll be there ASAP. It's not the right time for that. This is probably the better answer, but we're a clueless MC, so I'll just do this.
Thanks. Keep in mind, I don't plan on staying too long.
So what? I'm not going there for
See you later.
I'm going there for Mr. Cow, apparently. Chiaki hung up.
Hold up. You're on your way to Shinjuku Medical Center?
Yeah, you eavesdropper.
That's also where I'm headed, oddly enough. Go figure.
Go figure.
Why don't you hang on to this? It's a copy of our upcoming issue.
Where did you pull that? Oh, never mind, a sling bag. I didn't see that.
I'm assuming you don't know what went down here.
Nope.
Then, you probably don't know what kind of place that hospital is either. The name's Hijiri, author of The Ring of Gaia and the Scripture of Miroku. Might want to give that a read.
The Ring of Gaia and the Scripture of Miroku. What did I get myself into? You obtained an issue of Ayakashi Monthly. I see.
Normally, you wouldn't associate a hospital with the occult.
Normally, I wouldn't assault a park protest with a cult either, but obviously that's normal now. In this world, at least.
That hospital is anything but normal. Or so they say.
Or so they say.
There's a lot of misinformation floating around these days. If it turns out I'm wrong, just laugh it off, okay?
And if it turns out you're right, then your magazine would be what? The Books of the Prophet or something?
Anyway, I'd better be going. Oh yeah, in the event we run into each other again, let me know how you liked my article.
Sure. We'll give it a read. Can we give it a read? Can I even get to the menu from here? I don't think I can get to the menu from here. I'm pushing buttons and I can't get to the menu, so I probably can't. Let's just go to where we have to go. Jingu Gaien? Jingu Mei? Huh? Are we going the right way? Oh well, the game said east from Shinjuku, so... Oh, you can go up here! Such a dumbass. Quizzical young man. This foreign guy in red passed by not long ago. Of all things, he had a giant sword on his back. A sword! And boy, did he look dangerous. Now, I know I've seen him somewhere before, but where? Was it... Red guy, giant sword. Huh, I wonder. Huh? Being here is starting to depress me. Then why are you here? That riot... Oh, because of the riot. That riot's got everyone all shaken up. You look like a decent enough guy. Let's all forget all this doom and gloom and have ourselves some fun. Not that kind of guy, ma'am. Let's just walk away from that. Yo, Makoto, what's up? Did you hear the rumor about Yoyogi Park? Yeah, kinda. Well, it's just a rumor. Thanks. Your input is greatly appreciated. Can we just find this hospital? There we go. Shinjuku Medical Center. So where was Shinjuku Station then? Well, I guess this is Shinjuku, so you know, east of that. Oh, and there's red outlines. I see. Based on where you can go. There's a note on the door. The entrance on the annex is closed. Please use the entrance to the main building. Then, why have an up? Oh, whatever. I won't question it now. Shinjuku Medical Center. I know this is a remaster and all, but I didn't play the original, so I don't exactly know how much better it looks now. So I hope you guys tell me, those who played this before, tell me how much better or, I don't know, worse does it look? I don't know. Is this Chiaki?
Well, hey, about time.
Hi.
Is it just me, or is something seriously off here?
It's a hospital, and it's empty. Pretty sure there's something off here.
There isn't anyone in sight. No nurses, no patients.
in some perspectives, that's a good thing. Also, by the way, some guy said this hospital is full of the occult, so we might want to keep an eye out for that.
Even the reception desk is empty.
Maybe on break?
Don't you think there's something weird about this place? I sure do. Anyway, you know who is looking for our teacher right now.
For our teacher? Oh, Mr. Cow.
And
okay.
big surprise, he's still gone. He'd better not be off goofing around. Oh, what's with that magazine?
I don't know, some guy on the street gave it to me. You want it? Yeah, exactly. Some guy gave it to me, legit.
Some stranger gave it to you?
And I accepted it for some reason.
Come on, you should know better than that. Ayakashi Monthly. Never heard of it before.
Neither have I.
What? It's an occult magazine? Why would you bring something like that here?
I didn't bring it by choice. Don't chastise me.
Well, maybe it could help me kill some time.
And suddenly you're interested in it, so I don't know what you're talking about. I like your belt, by the way.
Can you go find that bonehead?
Okay,
If you
sure.
can't find our teacher, then I don't want to be here another minute. You should be on the second floor, where the patients' rooms are.
Okay.
I'll be waiting down here. Oh, and leave the mag with me.
Sure,
Don't leave me hanging
Chiaki.
too long, okay?
Sure. Alright, let's go do some MC errand boy kind of things. Is there a map? Can I see where I'm going? There is a map. Alright, let's try to explore. Can we explore? We can explore! Interesting. Are all these doors locked? Probably. Will the game tell me if they're... Yep, the game will tell you if they're locked. At least. Okay, so these are stairs. What about the other side? Are these all locked as well? Yes, they are. And this is also stairs. So basically, I just took the long way up. Whatever. Works for me. Okay. Oh, our friend is on the other side then. So what if I went up on the other side? Would he have been here? I don't know. I don't know how that scene would have worked. Oh, we can explore everything, but is anything even in here? God damn, this is eerie. You know, empty hospitals are very... You know, they have that creep factor. Like, it's not even nighttime. It's not even anything, but it just has the creep factor. Like this. The light shining through the window onto an empty wheelchair facing the wall. Like, hospitals breed their own horror scenarios, even though they're not trying, you know? So that's the elevator we would have used. Can we use this? You see a vending machine. You have enough change to buy a drink. I mean, sure. It's an Atlas vending machine. That's cute. It seems this drink isn't listed on the machine. You obtain a mysterious drink. Is that a good thing? Oh, it's sold out? Is it still sold out? Yeah. Alright, let's go see what our friend has in store then. And of course, I do exactly the opposite and go into random rooms. Okay, the door will not open. Was it this room? Yeah, it was. Didn't you see me from the other side?
Oh man, you scared the crap out of me. Why'd you go sneaking up like that?
Bro, I literally opened the door. There was no sneaking involved.
Jeez, you come here late, you cause trouble. You know what? Forget it. Not worth it.
I haven't even said anything and you're already getting up in my grill.
I'm sure you've already noticed, but this place has been cleaned out. You think everyone, died off?
Even if everyone died off, there should still be nurses and doctors, you know.
I called our teacher to make sure this was it. She clearly told me. Shinjuku Medical Center.
Something's up or just relax? Something's up, but we should also
They could have
relax.
at least put up a notice or something so visitors aren't clueless. Maybe someone unleashed a deadly virus in here.
Your mouth is bothering me. You have this weird smirk.
I've already checked out everywhere she might be. I'm running out of places to look. Think we should just call it? Alright, I'm gonna head back down and check out how our other lady's doing.
You know, honestly, if I saw a hospital this empty, I wouldn't even go in.
I bet she's all pissed because I've been gone so long. It ain't easy pleasing a princess.
Fair.
Anyway,
Makoto.
I really hope this isn't the shitstorm it's shaping up to be.
That is pretty ominous, but even if, you know, there's nothing suggesting a shitstorm. The game's just setting it up for the player, I think. Isamu left the room. Well, guess there's nothing to investigate here then. A203. I guess the hint is to go back down, so let's go back down. Boop. Chiaki, where's the guy? Yo, you're really into that magazine.
Oh, you're back. So...
Makoto.
You know that special report at the beginning of the magazine?
No, I never got the chance to read it because you took it from me.
Well, it says some things that are more than a little unsettling. According to this, there's a group of demon worshippers who call themselves the Ring of Gaia.
Uh-huh.
And they're right here in Japan. Apparently, they believe in this book of prophecy called the Scripture of Miroku.
Didn't that guy we got that magazine off from just say that he wrote those two things?
In that book, it says that chaos will engulf the world.
Or maybe he wrote about those two things.
And these people are trying to cause that somehow. Whether their idea of chaos means terrorism or something else entirely, the reporter couldn't figure that out. But get this.
Nice pose there, ma'am.
No luck finding her.
Where'd you come from? Did you take the stairs?
I even checked the men's room.
Didn't need to know that. We're in the middle of a conversation here, so save those details for later.
Why are all of our friends pricks?
Now, listen to this part.
Like they all have their own attitude, like in a kind of negative way.
A hospital on the east side of Shinjuku is closely linked to the organization's sinister plan.
Let me guess. That ends with, find out more in our next issue.
Probably.
Though it wouldn't surprise me if that article had some truth to it. I've heard some real spooky shit about this place. Like how they run deadly experiments on patients, or how a psychic started shrieking and bolted out of here.
That sounds like two separate games.
And of course, there's a rumor that a cult's behind it all.
And that sounds like this game.
You're serious?
Mm-hmm.
I never knew any of that. Maybe we really shouldn't have come here.
You were literally reading about it right there in your hands. How could you not know about it?
I almost feel stupid for buying into some bizarre tabloid. But it does get one thing right. How creepy this hospital is.
We really need to find her, don't we?
Not necessarily. I don't even know why you guys are looking for her.
Okay, we search this place top to bottom one last time. If nothing pops up, we assume nothing's wrong, and we split.
I mean, if it's for after-school lessons and she wants to meet at the hospital, clearly she's in no position to give those lessons.
Looks like you can reach the annex from the second floor.
Yeah, I think I ran into that while exploring a while ago.
I'll go take a look up there. Whereas you have the honor of searching the basement. Oh, and you'll need this.
Where'd you even get that? Do you work here? You obtained an ID card.
You're the one who found the card. Why don't you search the basement?
Yeah.
Could it be you're too scared?
Come on, this is me we're talking about.
Yeah, and you look pretty edgy to me.
The only reason he's going is because I'm sure there's nothing down there.
Then we don't have to look, right?
Look, All you need to do is confirm that our teacher isn't in the basement. Got it? After all, saving the day is my job.
I'm sorry, man. You're not the MC in this game.
Should things take a turn for the worse, just run like hell, okay?
Yeah, sounds like a plan to me.
I can't believe him sometimes. Anyway, let's focus on finding our teacher. No matter what, we have to make sure she's safe.
Alright, I guess we're going to the basement. I actually like how that dialogue played out. Cause the way the pronouns were positioned was like the character name fits in with the pronoun. And like, how do you put this? How the dialogue doesn't feel like it stops when the name comes along. So I like how they wrote that at least. This doesn't look good, guys. There's blue ghost eyes thingy in the monitors, and there's... Oh boy. I don't like this. Insert your ID card. Use the ID. I don't like this. I'm not good with horror. Though I'm pretty sure this isn't exactly a horror game. Alright. Let's see what's in here. Do we have a map for this area? Yes, we do. Let's go left, because that's not the straight way. Fine, let's check out the rooms, all the rooms first, and if nothing comes up, then we'll go to the center. Well, that escalated quickly. I think I know where the patients go. They get sacrificed to Cthulhu or something. But there doesn't seem to be anything here, nothing to investigate. Makoto, you have nothing to say about this. Really? Okay, fine. Let's leave it alone then. I think we can safely assume she's not down here, bro. You can hear eerie sounds from the room. Will you enter? No. Let's check out this room first. Something on the edge. What is on the ground? Are those bloodstains? I just noticed. This room looks pretty normal. Well, some blood is on here, but that could be anything. So there's nothing here. The door is locked from the other side. Alright, so we have no choice but to go into the eerie voice room. Alright. Let's go. Please be gentle, game.
Who is it?
Is this like the Velvet Room? Only more creepy?
Who dares disrupt this stillness?
Oh, Hikawa, you're the CEO guy that's missing.
Only a lost lamb. A well-known poet once said, April is the cruelest month. Have you any inclination as to why?
Because the camera is getting uncomfortably close to your face? What are you wearing anyway? Is that Louis Vuitton? Anyway.
Because it is then one awakens from a long sleep and faces the barren world.
To be fair, we wake up when September ends, not in April.
Our history as a species is similarly barren, comprised of empty trivialities.
Trivialities. I like the way he says that.
The worthless overgrowth of a civilization blind to its sins. Continuous war and bloodshed.
Okay, where are we going with this?
In thousands of years of repeating the same mistakes over and over again, the world needs to wipe its slate clean.
And you're the guy to do that.
The way to salvation was foretold in the scripture of Miroku. And today, that prophecy shall be fulfilled.
Funny, we were just talking about that. Talk about coincidence.
The old world will sink like a setting sun, and the new world will arise in its place.
Arise in its place. Nice voice actor.
Now, how should I deal with you? From what I recall, you weren't among our followers who survived the purge at the park.
I could be.
Oh, you're her acquaintance.
Oh, you know Miss Takao?
Come to think of it, this was a hospital, wasn't it? And you merely came to visit her.
Well, that was the plan. Apparently, that's not going through now.
However, even a pebble creates ripples when cast in water.
Oh, like the butterfly effect?
And while I do feel pity for you, your life ends here.
Huh? We just started the game, bro. Game over? What's going on?
Do not be afraid. All the inhabitants of this world will follow before long.
I don't know, bro. You're giving me plenty of reasons to be afraid right now.
Your time has just come a bit sooner. That's all.
Face him or run away? Run?
What a pitiful attempt. One should face death honorably.
That's what I was thinking, but I thought, you know...
Stop!
Living is the better part of honor. I don't know. I don't know how that saying goes, actually.
What? You can't even let one person go? What effect could he possibly have on our plan?
However insignificant he is, I am not a man of exceptions. You know this.
But you could always say you're an exceptional man.
Fine. If you don't spare him, then consider our partnership over.
Such a troublesome maiden. Well, I'll leave the teaching to the teacher. Please leave this room. I would like to enjoy this blissful end in solitude.
Alright, bro. I didn't want to go in here. The game just forced me to. Spin chair. There we go.
I'll be waiting on the roof. We'll have a good view of the city from there.
Shouldn't we talk to the other two? They're also in the hospital, you know.
Come. See it with your own eyes.
I guess not.
Witness that which will change the world.
Wait. This is one of the coldest starts I have ever experienced in a video game. Literally. Oh, you have to meet your teacher. She's at the park. Never mind, she's at the hospital. Never mind, the world's gonna end. It's so cold. I don't know what's going on. But then again, I think that's the charm of it, you know? It keeps you guessing. Someone is up ahead. Are you a boy or a girl?
What's wrong, my little master? Are you curious about that person over there?
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
Oh, is that so? My. But right now, we have other matters to attend to. Let's do that afterward.
What were you gonna do with me? And then they go teleport away. I'm just gonna say it was ninjutsu. Probably ninjutsu. Alright, let's go to the roof. I want to know what's going on. Oh. Did I pick second floor or roof? I hope I picked roof. Yeah, I picked roof. This is a pretty short hospital. It's only 2 floors high.
So, here we are again. I'm glad I intervened when I did. I wouldn't want you to fall prey to a demon. You heard what Hikawa said, right?
So that was an actual demon?
This world is about to be swallowed by chaos.
He wasn't exaggerating, was he?
It's called the Conception.
Isn't that another game by Atlas?
The rebirth of the world. An event which no human has ever witnessed. Everyone outside of this hospital will perish. I doubt anyone would approve of such a terrible thing.
What makes this hospital so special? Is it because of that rune thingy in the basement?
But even if we did keep this old world alive, it would eventually lose all its power. The world must first die, for it to be born again.
Okay, so this goes back to the intro with the cycle of death and, you know, you need to reborn. You need the world to be reborn.
And I alone will carry the burden of its sin.
Why you? What about the other guy? The other guy wants this just as much as you.
As for regrets, I have none. What matters is that fate reached out and led you here. And it is your fate to live through the conception. It may actually be more painful than death.
Yeah, probably. Survivor's remorse and all, if I understand that the world ending means everyone's gonna die.
But I believe in you.
Why? What's my role in this? You never even told me why I'm here.
Please.
Makoto.
Come find me when it's done.
Or we could just not separate.
No matter how the world changes, I'll be your pillar of strength.
I'll be holding you to that.
It is my duty as the maiden to take part in shaping the new world. Meaning I can show you a better way to live. I know it must be difficult for you to understand.
I mean, you literally didn't explain anything.
But we're out of time.
We're just here, and then the end of the world, and then hospital is safe. That's all you said. Also, pillar of strength.
If you can find me on your own, I promise to tell you everything. The answers to all your questions, and what my intentions really are.
This is some PS2 graphics. I'm feeling the nostalgia. Along with the aspect ratio. Whatever. Ooh. Black lightning, cool. I like that effect. What happened?
You, who would enter my world, reveal your heart to me.
Who are you though?
You have nothing stirring within you, not even a hint of reason.
Well, I'm sorry. I just got here, and the world apparently folded in on itself.
For the one who will shape the world, this cannot be.
You could say it was unreasonable.
Go forth and discover yourself.
Sure, bruh.
What will be the legacy of your existence?
Oh, it's you two. Hi. I mean, what's going on?
Do not be afraid. My little master has taken an interest in you.
Am I actually dead? I thought people in the hospital would be safe.
Pitiful human though you are, he wishes to grant you a gift.
And what?
It is vital that you receive it, and I'm afraid you have no choice.
Well, okay then. Why are you telling me? Just do it.
Please try not to struggle.
It
will only hurt for an instant.
I don't like this. Is it like a shot? Oh boy. Is that a worm?
Enjoy your last moments as a human.
Talk about having tapeworms. Is this me? Oh, I got neon tattoos.
Magatama is the essence of demonic power.
Oh, I got a Magatama, never mind. I was wrong. Though neon tattoos makes more sense to me.
With it, you have joined the ranks of demons.
Why though? What's the point?
My little master is always watching, so please try not to bore him.
So you made me a demon as a pet or plaything, is that it? What's my purpose then? You obtained the Magatama, Marogare. From the command menu, you can view and ingest Magatama. Alright. How do I get to the command menu? Oh, it says right here, F command menu. Thank you. Alright. So, I think we're gonna leave it there for now that we finally have control and can explore the area. So let me get this straight. Basically, the world ended because we went to a hospital with an old dude and a girl talking about the rebirth of the world. Our two friends were in the hospital, but clearly they weren't on the roof. So I don't know if they became demons too or if they survived. And then a little child and an old lady gave me tapeworms and turned me into a demon. That's a lot to unpack for like 45 minutes of gameplay. But okay, if you guys want to see the next part and want to see me struggle through this, because legit this is a mostly blind playthrough, maybe leave a like and subscribe for the next one. This has been Caffeinified Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one.